I've sold over $500,000 worth of online courses over the past 6 years. And out of all of my online businesses, this has become the most lucrative by far. Today, I'm going to share my key learnings with you on what actually worked and skyrocketed my sales so that you can achieve similar results with your own online course. My first aha moment was realizing that I needed to go where the fish are. Because in marketing, there's this concept that if you want fish, or sales, you need to go where the fish are. So when you're creating an online course, you have two options. Option A is creating your own website, your own domain, your own payment processing, all of your own organic content and advertising, because obviously you have your course and you need to get people to find your course and learn about your course. Or the second option is going to where people are already buying courses. So there are platforms like Udemy, like Skillshare, LinkedIn Learning, Coursera, Gumroad, all of these different platforms where people are already know and going to purchase online courses. And we decided to launch our first course on Udemy, and this is the best decision that we made. And I can tell you, as someone who's sold courses both on my own website through Kajabi, as well as platforms like Udemy, that when you create a course and sell on a platform, you'll see results much faster, much cheaper, and it's much easier overall. Like for example, when you're creating your course, there's a place to put bullet points. There's a place to put a title and a subtitle. And Udemy gives you tips on, hey, here's how to actually create it. Here's what you should say here. Here's all the areas for your videos. So you don't have to figure out all this extra stuff. It's way cheaper because with a platform like Udemy, which we'll talk about more, it's basically free to create content and basically share the payment once you make a sale. Where with your own website, like Kajabi, I have to pay $200 a month, and I have to pay that no matter how many or how few sales I make. So in terms of money, in terms of marketing and advertising, if you have your own existing audience, let's say an email list, a big YouTube channel, Instagram account, or whatever that might be, potentially creating a course on your own platform could be great because you already have that audience. But if you don't, then one of these platforms is definitely going to be better for you because the students are already there. So you just create a course and they're already there ready to take it instead of creating a course kind of like in the middle of a desert and then trying to get people out in wagons to come and take your course, if that makes sense. Now, the reason that people make their own courses on their website and can be successful, like Ali and I have, is because of scalability. I believe there's way more freedom with creating a course on your own versus using one of these platforms. You have to abide by their rules and there's certain limitations. So there's way more scalability both in terms of functionality and what you can do, but also in terms of income potential. But that really, really only works if you have an existing audience or that you're gung-ho and you're just gonna put a ton of effort into really building out a social media channel or an email list and then driving traffic that way. And a second huge learning for me when it came to online courses is that you don't need to be an expert. So a lot of times when you think, oh, if I'm gonna teach someone or give someone advice, I better be an expert in this thing. And yes, you should definitely be knowledgeable in that thing, but this term of quote unquote experts, like you need to have a master's degree or you need to be working in the field for at least 10 or 20 years to be able to have valuable knowledge. Again, going to where the fish are, the biggest online course platform in the world is udemy.com, which is why I talk about it so much. It's where we've made most of our money to date. And with Udemy, most of these courses, despite the amazing revenue you can make from these courses, they're actually only sold for anywhere from 10 to 20 US dollars. So very, very low. Now, why is that a benefit? Doesn't that suck? No, that's great because number one, obviously it's super high volume, very high conversion rate. If you don't know what I'm talking about, basically because courses are so inexpensive, it's very easy for someone to buy it. If you had a course that was $2,000, like we have, it's much more difficult to sell that. I remember thinking, creating a course on Udemy back in 2019 when we created our first Amazon FBA course was, do I have $10 to $20 worth of knowledge to share with someone? Like if you've ever given someone advice or try to help someone, I see you're doing this, but I learned this really cool thing. If you've ever done that, you can create a course, right? You've already given out information and advice, and it obviously has some kind of value. So do you have $10 to $20 worth of value to share? And ideally, do you have $100 to $200 worth of value? Why? Because if someone buys a $10 course, they expect to make money back. So can you give someone $100 to $200 worth of value? And that is actually extremely easy to do. We've had people take some of our courses on Udemy and they literally write reviews and say, I took a $1,000 course, a $5,000 course, a $500 course, and what you cover here is more in-depth, more helpful, and I'm seeing better results than these other courses. So you need to be knowledgeable, but you don't need to be a quote-unquote expert. Don't let that hesitation hold you back. Instead, think, here's the price that I'm charging, here's what I'm helping people to do. Are people gonna see a return from their $10 to $20 investment? I can tell you that's really, really not difficult to do, and just kind of another mindset shift. And in line with that was the realization that value is way, way, way more important than aesthetics. I think so many new instructors or people that are considering online courses like myself were thinking things need to be super professional, like what you see now. Our first course that we're still selling, we had crappy lighting, our audio was okay. I stumbled all the time, even now, using filler words like and repeating myself. It was the first time I ever recorded content. And over the past 6 years, I've hopefully gotten better at it. But even then, in 2019, you can kind of see some of the footage of that time. I look back and cringe. I'm like, oh, this is so bad, and now I could do so much better job. I even thought about revamping my entire course just to make it look and feel more professional and better. But I realized that nobody actually cares. So I can spend hours and hours and hours trying to make something perfect and beautiful, but all that matters at the end is, are you actually helping somebody? I only update course content when there's a need. Like for example, if we're selling an Amazon FBA course, teaching people how to sell on the Amazon platform, and Amazon makes a policy change, then we're like, okay, let's say this affects the course and some of our learnings, we'll either add an additional video or delete a certain video that might be out of date and add a new one. But again, it's not for aesthetic reasons, if that makes sense. It's only based on kind of functionality and based on value. And of course, with time, we slowly sort of improve. But something I really want to hone in on is value is ultimately all that matters. I love aesthetics. It's more of a personal choice for me, but you can literally have your laptop pulled up, record with your own laptop camera, have a used Yeti Nano mic, so very, very low budget, sit in front of a window, just giving you some tips here, and record, and as long as it's valuable and it helps the person take them from point A, where they currently are, to point B, which could be, learning a certain type of tool or software, let's say like Salesforce or Excel, or a business model, or instruments, guitar, how to play chess, how to become a certified masseuse, whatever that looks like, that's all that matters, is you helping them and taking them from where they are to where they want to be. They don't care what it looks like on that journey. They're gonna be thrilled and leave you 5-star reviews, even though you look at a lot of your videos and you're like, oh, these are so ugly. It doesn't matter. And over my online course journey, I've realized the importance of picking the right topic. This is going to be the biggest determinant of your success when it comes to your course creation, more than your marketing, more than your SEO, more than your aesthetics, more than all of that is the actual base topic that you choose. And what I mean by that is, what a lot of instructors do, because I've made these mistakes, is entering a category with super high competition. That means, for example, on Udemy, let's say there's all of these courses about goal setting, right? And some of them have 1,000 reviews, 10,000 reviews, all down page one. So there's all of these really solid options. And this is a real example. One course that I created was a goal setting for work course, because I thought I could kind of enter that niche or enter that space, but it was just too competitive. I launched my course. No one cared about me, even though I had a really solid course. And ultimately didn't get rankings, didn't get seen, didn't get sales because I entered that. And on the flip side of that equation is also choosing a course topic that nobody really wants or cares about. Like for example, let's say you made a course about decluttering your home. It's like, how many people are really interested in decluttering their home? Also, how much free info is there already online about this stuff? Are people really gonna pay for a course? Like how many? Like how much demand is there? Versus, let's say, how many people want to learn how to use Excel, right? This tool that is used across all these different businesses and industries, this high value skill, right? You can clearly see one is significantly higher than the other. So therefore, just creating a course within that category, you'll likely make more than the other. So kind of looking at both demand and competition, super, super important. And ideally what you want is to find a high demand, low competition course opportunity. And what we do by that is look at big categories. So we always want to look at where are people spending money, where is there already demand, okay? We look in that category, like let's say like Excel, and then we look within that, like how can we niche down like Excel for specific groups of people, maybe specific functionality, like Excel, in the German language, the Portuguese language, the French language. Is it advanced Excel, Excel for finance, Excel for freelancers? There's so many different ways of niching down, is what we say, because riches are in the niches. So it's a big learning is like, where are people spending money and what are they interested in? Okay, just operate within those spaces and find opportunities. And once you have some different course ideas, what is extremely crucial is reading your future students' minds. knowing their desires, their hesitations, their expectations, their challenges. And it's actually free, really easy to do, but so few online courses do this, and just people in business in general, and it's the biggest life hack. So basically, right, like, let's say I've solidified, like, okay, I wanna create an Amazon FBA course. I know that people want to create and sell products on Amazon in order to gain a higher level of financial freedom, to travel the world, work remote, all those kinds of things, which my wife and I were able to do initially and then created a course about. But once we created our first course, we're like, okay, like, we know it's gonna be about Amazon, but like, what do people want exactly? Like, what are their biggest goals with this? What do we need to make sure that we include? So something for free that you can do that is super powerful, and this is for any industry, is look at the top selling, in this case, courses. So like go to Udemy, if you want to create a course about, let's say, Amazon FBA, you look at the top Amazon FBA courses, you can go to the reviews, which are free to view, open all the reviews for like the top 5 courses and extract, let's say 200. So you just scroll down the page, select 200 reviews, put them into a Google Docs to where you have now like 1,000 reviews. You can copy and paste that or upload that into a custom GPT within ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, hey, analyze these reviews. What are the main occupations? What do people want most? What do they dislike most about these current courses, etc. And ChatGPT within literally seconds will tell you, okay, here's what students want, here's what they dislike, here's what you need to make sure you include in your course. And basically through this empirical data, you're reading people's minds. It's extremely powerful and literally free. I can tell you that has helped us make hundreds of thousands of dollars in profit. It's one of my biggest secrets, and it's crazy. It's like Warren Buffett said. Warren Buffett's this amazing investor, one of the top investors of all time, one of the wealthiest human beings who's ever lived. And he said all of the data and information that he uses to inform his decisions of buying and selling stocks is publicly available. There's no secret information that he uses. It's always there, but he just goes into the woods, for example. Let's say there's this whole forest, and he goes to this part of the forest that nobody goes to. Anybody could go walk through, but nobody does. And it's the same thing with review analysis. Also with that, what's super important is using a keyword research tool like KeySearch. I use this because it's very accurate and very affordable. There's other tools out there that are way more expensive, but this gets the job done. And basically you type in your main keywords like Amazon FBA, Amazon private label, how to sell on Amazon, things like that, into KeySearch, and it'll show you related keywords. So people are typing in these keywords into Google, but they're also typing in similar keywords. And then you're like, okay, if someone's typing this in Google, that means they have a desire for this, right? Anytime you think about a keyword search, kind of like a review, someone's taking a desire and they're putting it onto Google. Or with a review, think about it. Someone leaves a 1-star review, what are they doing? They're taking their pain and they're putting it in the form of a review. Or if they leave a 5-star review, they're taking their joy and they're putting it into a 5-star review, and it's free there for you to access. The same thing with keywords. Someone's taking a desire and they're turning it into a keyword, right? A word that they're typing into Google or into Udemy or anywhere. And you can see that because if people are typing it, it means they want it. So you're like, with keyword data, okay, we know what we need to include in our course, and it's gonna help guide you of like, okay, we need to have these things, boom, here's how we build it out. Same thing with reviews. We know what people like and they dislike. We know who they are, their goals, let's say gender distribution or their demographic data. It's literally gonna actually make your life easier. It's not more work, it's actually less work in the end, and it's an extremely crucial step. And the last part with that I realized was super important was taking and analyzing the top seller in your category. So whoever that is, or one of the top sellers at least, take their course, watch through it, and take notes of like, I like this, I dislike this. And with those 3 things combined, you will have the most powerful course outline and content, and ultimately poise yourself to truly be the best. And you'll have the confidence knowing this course is gonna be the best because it's literally the most comprehensive research I've ever done, but it can be done literally within a day or less than a day. You can get all of this done, and it's unbelievably powerful. And like I mentioned before, Google is extremely powerful. Of the 7 or 8 billion people that live on this planet, about 5 billion of them use Google. The majority of the world uses Google to some capacity. And what do they use Google for? Again, for their desires, their pains. Like, what does this rash mean? Is the earth round? How to make money online, etc., right? Whatever it is, all of the different questions and desires that people have are pouring them and trying to find answers through Google. So regardless of whether you make a course on your own website or through a platform like Udemy, and Udemy is amazing because it has high, what's called domain authority or DA. This means that Google has different trust levels for different websites. When you create a brand new website, your trust level is going to be low. Why? Because you're brand new. It's kind of like a credit score. Google is like a bank. It looks at you and it's like, okay, how long have you been around? We're brand new. It's like, how long do people spend on your site? Well, we don't know. We don't have data yet. It's like, okay, so not very. So you're kind of like a high risk in a way. That's the way I view it. When you have your own website, where with Udemy, they're already established. The entire platform is designed to be integrated basically with Google. If you type in anything, you can type in, like, for example, Amazon FBA course, Amazon PPC course, whatever course you want, Python course, into Google, some of the top search results are going to be Udemy. So they're not other people's $1,000 courses, they're Udemy courses. And there's a few links directly to Udemy. So that's extremely powerful. But even then, we didn't realize when we launched our first Udemy course how important keywords are for getting sales. Basically, the more keywords that you have in your course, again, whether you sell on your own or with a platform, the more sales that you make. And you can see a real example of that here on the screen. So this was the first course that we launched again in 2019. It was about Amazon FBA. And what we did at this time is we basically went through, and originally we just used the word like Amazon FBA multiple times. So what I mean is people type in Amazon FBA course into Google and into Udemy. So we were like, okay, let's make sure we have the word Amazon FBA in our title, in our subtitle, in our bullet points, in our description, because people type this into Google. Google looks through the data, they say, oh, look, this course on a trusted platform like Udemy has Amazon FBA in its listing, in its full landing page. So we're gonna take that and show it to people. So what we realized though is there's way more keywords than just Amazon FBA. So anytime you sell a course, there are literally thousands to tens of thousands of keywords, words that people are typing to find your course. And most people only think about like one or two. And there's like hundreds of thousands. An example of this is we originally had Amazon FBA. That was the main keyword that we focused on. All we did to our course, we looked for additional words like Amazon private label, Amazon wholesale, how to sell on Amazon, Amazon FBM, right? Different words that related to, or like Amazon for beginners, advanced Amazon strategies, etc. Amazon listing optimization, Amazon SEO, Amazon PPC advertising. All of these different topics and keywords that are included that are relevant to our course, we just added those strategically throughout wherever we could within our listing, especially into our Udemy description. And just by doing that, we saw a huge and massive increase in traffic because more keywords mean you show up for more searches. So more people see you, more people buy you. It's that simple. And especially when it comes to Udemy, I mean, this is one of the biggest keys to making money is with keywords. So again, going back to key search, that's the tool that we use to optimize everything. This tool has made us a huge return. We get more money back from using this tool than any stock or crypto we've ever invested in. It's unbelievably powerful. And I'll be linking our affiliate link to Key Search in case you want to get started with a free trial in the description section of this video. And another massive aha moment that I had when it came to selling courses is your money doesn't stop once you make a sale. So I used to think I'm selling courses, so what's my goal? My goal is to sell courses, right? That makes sense. You know, someone's looking to buy a course, I sell them my course, great, and I'm happy. And now that's good, but what's crazy is you can increase your profit by 20, 50, even 100% by focusing on the LTV or lifetime value of your students. You get someone into your course, okay, great, you're giving them value, you know, you already made money on them and that's fantastic and you're giving them value, it's amazing. How can you also add additional value and paid value to them to increase? So basically, here's how it works. Originally with Udemy, it's actually $5 per sale, and we make tens of thousands of sales. It's really incredible. So $5 per sale seems pretty low, right? But we get them in, it's completely passive. In terms of our effort, we were making about $613 per hour of effort that we put in, and that's all that matters. It doesn't matter how much you sell your course for, it doesn't matter how many students you have in general. All that matters is your total money and time into something and the total return you get back. And Udemy gives us higher than anything else, more than YouTube even. We just love YouTube and we see the future of YouTube if we can really make it big. That's why we make these videos and we love creating value like this. But still, Udemy crushes YouTube. On its own, Udemy is amazing, right? You make the money, let's say you make $10,000 plus a month, that's amazing. But on top of that, let's say you're selling a course, like in our case about Amazon FBA. Okay, in the course we mentioned this tool called Helium 10. It's a tool that Amazon sellers can use for keyword research, to research different product ideas, to track their profits, to track their keyword rankings, all these different cool things. And we use this tool. And we would talk about the tool in our videos, and then we thought, what if we added an affiliate link, and this is the big key here, to our course? Okay, so we mentioned this tool a lot, we use it. What if we made a partnership with this company, an affiliate partnership, to where we refer this as like, hey, every time someone uses the code Hobart, they get 10% off of their purchase of Helium 10, this tool, and we get 10% of the lifetime subscription value. So whatever this person that enrolls spends, we get 10% of that. So the student gets a discount, benefits them. We benefit because we make money from every sale that we make, and then Helium 10 makes money and they only pay me when I get them results. So it's a win-win for all three of us, for the student, for the course creator, and for the company. And what's amazing is nowadays, there are affiliate programs for almost everything: physical products, digital products, services, all different kinds of things. And if you're already selling an online course, you can immediately, if you're not already doing this, do this yesterday, do this now. Add strategic affiliate links. Again, don't just try to sell people, because people will know that, and that's not what I'm talking about. But if you have tools that are really, really valuable, like for example, let's say you have an entire course about ChatGPT, and At Least Look, which they currently don't have because they're so big, they don't need it. But let's say they have an affiliate program. It's like, okay, instead of using a general chatgpt.com link, create an affiliate program. So go to ChatGPT, type in ChatGPT affiliate into Google to see if they have one. Sign up with your email, link your PayPal account. If you don't have a PayPal, create one, link it. Really simple to do. Once you have that, instead of using the ChatGPT link, you use this link. And let's say it's all the same. The only difference is you're now making more money in recurring revenue. And I can tell you, with some of our affiliate links, we make more on the affiliate link than our course sales. That's how powerful this is. That's an additional, literally, is it hundreds of thousands now? It's tens of thousands of dollars. It might be over 100,000 over the past 6 years of all affiliate links combined. Can't stress that enough. So think about the lifetime value of the student. Not how can I extract the most money out of my students, but how can I add more value? And ultimately, with that added value, more opportunities to make money. So it's like, hey, you got in the course, you paid $5 for, or they paid like 10, 20 bucks for the course, I make 5. They paid 10 bucks for this course. It's unbelievably valuable. And like, here's a tool that's gonna help you. So here's the free way of doing product research. Here's the way of using Helium 10 that's way faster and way better. Here's the way of optimizing your listing on your own. Here's how to use Helium 10, which is ultimately gonna make you more money, blah, 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 right? If that makes sense. The free way and the way of using this tool. And naturally, enough students are gonna see the value in this. You're servicing kind of both sides. But they're gonna see the value in it, and they're gonna sign up, at least a percentage of them, and make huge additional potential profits to your online course. And my biggest learning after selling hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of courses over the past 6 years is that the online course business model is the best in the world. And I did not know this at the time. And I only knew this from starting, both succeeding and failing at multiple online businesses. And the reason for that is when you're starting a business, you have two options. You can create products or you can create services. Services is like social media management for different companies, right? You do social media marketing work, and then in return you get money. So sort of like a 9-to-5 job, but maybe a step up from that. So aside from services, then you have products. What most people think is selling physical products, let's say on Amazon, like is actually how we got our start back in 2018 before we even started selling courses. But the downside of physical products, which are still better than services, because they scale themselves. You can be making money, wake up, and you're making sales because it's all kind of happening automatically and there's huge leverage. But the downside is there's limits to the scalability. Let's say like an influencer shouts out one of our products, which has happened before, and we sell out. Well, great. So we sell out. People want to go on Amazon, buy our products. There's nothing left. So we have to like place a reorder. We're out of stock for a little bit. That actually affects our Amazon rankings. With inventory management, it's stressful of like trying to order enough to stay in stock, but not too much to where you have high storage limits. When you sell physical products, it can cost anywhere from $10,000 to $20,000 all in all to really get started and make some substantial income. But when it comes to online courses, these are the best, and I realize this now, and I never knew this before. Digital products, or the best products to sell, are digital products like online courses. Why? It's math. To create an online course on Udemy, you can get started for as low as $300, but realistically for $900 or less. Compare that with $10,000 or $20,000 for products, or if you want to start your own restaurant or a laundromat or whatever that might be, is exponentially higher. So costs are very low. You can start seeing results much sooner. From day one of launching, you can start seeing sales within 2 weeks. With Amazon, selling products there or any other platform, the amount of time it takes to find a supplier, go back and forth with them, create the product, inspection service, ship it in, the units to scan, people to start getting visibility, it can take like 9 months. So you see results much faster. Profit margins are significantly higher. Our current profit margins on Udemy are about 99%, and I'm not kidding. 99% is our net profit. On Amazon, it's about 15%. So your margins are higher, it's way less stressful, it's way less capital. Across all categories, it's better. And the biggest thing is, like I mentioned before, is you do not need to be an expert. You don't even need to show your face on camera. You can make partnerships with other instructors. So you find someone who's making content on LinkedIn, on YouTube, on Instagram. You find them and say, hey, let's collaborate, make a course together. You can take your insights or knowledge when it comes to actually marketing and creating the overall course and help guide them. And you keep, let's say, 10 to 30% of lifetime profit from that. And they kind of keep the rest because they're the face of it. But it's the best business model in the world mathematically. And if you want to really see how Udemy compares and is superior to all other online businesses, as well as the best way and most efficient way and exciting way to get started with Udemy, then check out our full free training linked in the description section below. Again, it's 100% free. It can change your life. And also be sure to check out our entire Freedom Falcon Academy program. This is our entire course membership site, includes 23 custom done for you tools that basically is this program that'll take you from where you are right now, whether you've created courses in the past and maybe haven't had the results that you want, or you're brand new, you've never created a course or even thought about creating a course in your entire life, and take you to begin generating $4,000 a month in net profit in as little as 11 months while spending less than $900 and doing this part-time, about 10 hours a week. There's no other business like it. It's why we create content about it. So be sure to check out the full Freedom Falcon Academy program, also linked in the description section below. And I hope you found this valuable. And if you like this video, then you'll love this video that we have. Really appreciate you watching and your support. Of course, if there's any questions that we can help with, let us know in the comment section below. And with that being said, God bless you and your endeavors, and look forward to seeing you in the next video.